Hi everyone, welcome to Wandering DMs, live from GaryCon.
Who are you?
Hi, I'm Paul. Oh, I'm sorry, you wanted to do a formal
yes,
intro?
Of course we want to do
Hi
that.
everyone, I'm Paul.
And I'm Dan, and we're the Wandering DMs, and this very special evening we are, as Paul told you, coming live from the floor of GaryCon here in the wonderful Grand Geneva Convention, Lake Geneva, Wisconsin, having a wonderful time with a live studio audience.
Excellent. Amazing. Thanks,
Wonderful.
everyone.
And tonight we are doing one of our patented live dungeon design dashes, where we are challenging ourselves with support from our lovely audience here and online on YouTube and Twitch to make an entire old school Dungeons and Dragons adventure in one single hour, maybe 90 minutes. Give us that. Usually this works, kind of flying without a safety net. So we'll see what we come up with here. And then later at GaryCon this weekend, we are playtesting it in separate sessions.
That's right.
And if you have a ticket to that event, you're going to see what happens. We do not know what the adventure is yet.
Yeah.
But we're going to determine that tonight.
So I don't know if we should be worried about spoilers or not, because I don't know what we're going to spoil. Is anybody in the audience signed up for one of the play sessions later? Excellent. A couple folks. Okay.
Good.
Okay.
Great.
Yeah,
Thank you.
we anticipated that would happen. So I don't know what we're going to do about
We're
it.
just going to trust that you don't spill all the beans with your fellow players on Friday or Saturday, whenever that's happening.
Saturday.
And on Saturday for both of us. Yeah. So you clearly we just trust you. We can tell you're lawful good, just sitting there on site, and we trust you're not going to spill everything to the fellow players. And thank you so much for being here at both the events. That's amazing.
All right, Dan, I have, as we usually do in this, we're going to talk a little bit, I think, about the format of how we go through this. I did a little prep before this panel, and I picked out a map for us to begin with, and I put some numbers on it. I'm gonna chuck it up here for all the viewers at home, and we have it here on the screen behind us for everybody to see. This is courtesy of Dice and Logos. It's got the kind of the magic number of rooms that fits for this for both what we think fits this an hour of building a dungeon and what about fits a convention game, which is kind of fantastic. Yeah, so this is the first time Dan's seeing this map.
Yes.
Any immediate reaction to the map?
It's somewhat complicated. Yeah,
Yeah,
you kind of make it hard on me,
okay.
Paul, because you have water elements and dry and up and down and terraces and stairs and rooms and caverns and bridges, and you have like a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. I thought,
okay.
I don't know, fun stuff.
Didn't
right?
make it easy. Could have made it a little easier, Paul.
Okay, and the other things that we have pre-selected is we know the level range. We're going to do, I think, what was it, level...
6th level, which many of us consider to be the sweet spot
Great.
of traditional D&D games. A lot of old school modules kind of in that same adventure range, and a lot of people feel like you have a nice number of abilities without being overwhelming at like the higher levels.
Excellent.
So probably have like, one or two fireballs available. You have to select your usage very carefully. Your resources are limited.
Yeah, but you could probably have a couple magic items in the party, some good stuff. Yeah,
exactly.
Great,
and enough hit points that you can take a couple hits and keep going, which is nice.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've also prepped for us a document to write in here. You can see it's got the map in place. It's got title goes here, and an empty wandering monster chart, and an empty key, and we're ready to go.
And you can edit that, am I right?
I can edit that,
Okay.
and you can edit that, so we're going to just jump in there and get going.
Wonderful. So, and to be clear, we do run adventures in basically original D&D style. So 1974 rules, we have those right here. If we need to look at them, old school monsters and spells. We have a customized set of house rules that we call Original Edition Delta, which is just tiny little fine tuning of original D&D, makes things run a little bit faster. And you can see those things online if you want to look that up at oedgames.com. So it is an old school adventure, and be ready for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably some, save or die effects, right? Poison, just you're dead.
I think I've heard the criticism that our past dungeon design dashes have had a lot of poison in them, so maybe less poison in this one.
Who said that? Who said that, and how dare they, and where are they?
I think they're on our Discord server. You can go yell at them.
I'm going to send them an ugly gift. Okay.
For viewers of our show, of our usual show, there is no after party chat. Sorry. But I will still encourage you, please do consider becoming a patron of the show. Visit us at patreon.com/wanderingdms. Join our Discord server. There's always exciting conversations going on over there.
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
Great.
All right. We're going to give a title. We're going to start with a title.
Start with a title. Yeah.
Yeah, this is kind of our favorite bit of the improv elements of just like, here's a random title that we're going to chuck in here. Go
So
for
the
it.
giant percentile base table here in Matt Finch's Tome of Adventure Design. So Paul, I'm holding the book. So unusually, I'm going to give you the percentile dice. How
I
about
get to roll
you
the dice?
roll
I get to roll the dice?
four parts of this title?
Okay, here we go. Part number 1 is 76.
And of course, we can veto anything if we don't like anything here. Scarlet.
Scarlet.
Yeah. Do we like the color scarlet?
Maybe it's a name.
Yeah, well, maybe.
96 is our next
96.
part.
Stockades of the...
Stockades. Oh, Scarlet Stockade sounds
Yeah,
a great start.
Great.
06.
06. Flip back here. Bear.
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 Bear is in the animal, not bear is in naked.
Well, I mean, they're spelled the same, so I don't... No, they're
No, they're
not
not
spelled the
spelled
same.
the
No, animal. I'm sorry.
Animal. Okay, very good.
Oh, man.
We could 86. They're all sixes. This one
had a
only comes up with
stroke.
sixes.
I thought they were spelled tree. Scarlet Stockade of the Bear Tree.
The bear tree. That's a little. It started out real
Bear
strong.
Tree?
You want to?
Which part of that? Okay, which part? I'm not super thrilled with bear, frankly.
Really? Because
Yeah, you like bear?
tree is a little weird.
What should we change? Which of those 4 things need to be changed?
There's nothing that looks like stockades, really.
Well, so stockades, I think we could twist to be some kind of prison setting, which this
Yeah.
does look a little prisony to me.
The
Maybe.
bear, if it were bear spelled the other way, that could be interesting.
No, you
Naked
get drop
tree.
bears.
Drop bears.
It's in Australia, and it's a tree full of koalas.
It sounds like our audience wants to get rid of bears.
I also want to agree. I agree with the audience.
All
I
right,
think
all
that
right.
they're wise and tasteful people.
Okay, let's give a second option for bear is 63.
Lesser? I got lesser secret stockades,
Okay.
scarlet stockades
Just
of the
let-
lesser.
Let me re-roll for tree. Just give me
Okay.
a 39
druid.
of the lesser druid. Scarlet stockades of the lesser druid, or the bear druid. The bear druid, as in
Okay,
naked
bear's
instead
coming back
of.
around.
I don't know, I like the druid bear right here.
Druid tree.
The druid.
Of the bear
I know.
druid, I think.
Of the bear druid.
But with clothes, bear druid.
Bear. Yeah. Scarlet stockades of the bear druid.
Okay, I'm coming around to that.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, we good with that?
All right.
Okay.
That's our title.
So is it a normal druid that spends his time as a bear, or is it an actual bear that became a druid?
Maybe it's a druid who was reincarnated as a bear.
Yes. Yes, it's that now. Great. Wonderful.
Only Winnie the Pooh.
And he's hungry. Interesting.
Okay. What's
So
our
we
next step?
we have a
Dan?
druid. So we have a druid-based adventure, right?
Yep.
Maybe he or she is still in the location, or maybe they were there before and abandoned it. So clearly they had some kind of, and I can see, maybe like around area 8, 9, 10, like area 8 looks like that could be a prison cell, possibly.
I mean, yeah. That's when I was looking at it when we were talking about prisons. I thought, eight any of that kind of 8 through 11 area could easily be a prison.
Yeah.
But also you have this lovely like pit at 7, which I find really fascinating.
The pit at 7.
Right. Kind of all of 1 through 7 is at a lower level, right?
Yeah.
And then you got to climb up this cliff to get to the area that is
Yeah.
8 through 11.
It's very Dyson Logo-y.
It is very Dyson
Right,
Logo.
little up, down, water, under, over, under, all this kind of thing.
That's what I love. I think it's a little extra inspiration for our content out of this weird map.
Great.
You also have an interesting circle for us. I'm just calling out features on the map, but
Right.
you have this interesting circle at 4, which also reads druids.
Oh, that's good. Yes,
Right?
that's what that is now. Great. Druid Circle at 4.
Okay.
So we should probably with a dungeon like this, it's about a dozen, right? About a dozen. There's usually going to be like two kind of tent pole areas or treasures. So maybe we should come up with the big interesting stuff. Matt Finch does have a table here for missions of like the interesting things to get to in this location.
Okay.
You could possibly roll on that and see if that suggests anything.
We also have the second book, which goes into monsters, and you could maybe even cheat and flip forward to anything that looks like animal-y or druid-y or bearish.
That's good, yeah.
That might be interesting. Is there anybody? I'm going to turn it over to the audience at this point. Is there anybody like got an amazing idea of what's going on with this druid?
Well, I'm wondering, say Scarlet Stockades of the Bear Druid, is it the Bear Druid Stockades as in they own it, or is this where the Bear Druid is being held?
Yes. I honestly, I'm more tickled by the druid themselves as in the stockade.
Okay.
I look at number 4 and I'm like, I want a Bear Druid shackled.
Yes. Yeah. You got
okay.
maybe some stone plinths and the druid in the classic kind of like King Kong style. The bear druid is shackled in the circle.
Okay, that's great.
They're in 8, 9, 10, 11. That's who's holding the Bear Druid.
I was
Yeah.
wondering,
I like that.
some of us like can't go too high. We have some like can't
We can do
Okay,
that.
so at this point, I'm going to start roughing in some stuff into
Yeah.
into our key
Yeah,
here.
I'm like,
And I usually just keep pretty rough notes to begin with, but and I'm not sure if this is on our screen up here for everybody to see or not. But I'm just writing down that the bear druid is shackled here, chains leading to stone plinths, something like that.
Nice.
Something.
Nice.
That's a start.
I already want to play this. My schedule.
Great. And there's something even worse, like around 9, 10, 11, that's keeping them there.
Well, that's now I'm thinking that 8 through 11 has got to be whoever's imprisoned the bear druid,
Right.
right?
Agreed.
So maybe you go back to the beginning of that monsters table and we roll a whole second evil creature who's not given away by the title for once.
Yeah. That's good. Okay. So there is a table of beasts, right? That has a beast form and then shape adaptation.
I was actually going to say go all the way back to the beginning where we roll randomly for even what the heck the thing is. What is the thing that has trapped the bear druid?
Okay.
What is the bad guy in this? And I want to go full
Okay.
on. No, you're missing what I'm talking about. In the very beginning of that
Yeah,
second book,
got it.
like the very first chart is roll on all the other charts.
Great. Okay.
There you go. That's
Brilliant.
what I'm looking at. Yep.
Do you want my percentiles?
I got mine.
Okay, great. Yes. Okay. So a completely unknown monster that we are.
Completely
Yeah,
unknown monster
right.
who has captured the
I've
bear
never
druid.
seen this before ever.
Great. That is a 38.
Okay, that's a giant.
A giant. A giant.
We all like giants.
I guess that's.
size of those caves.
It does change the size of those
it does
caves.
change the size of those caves. That's good.
It's, you know, those.
Well, I was talking about the height.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah,
And maybe
yeah.
the scale is now 20 feet per square.
Okay, do we have some like sub table of giants?
Hi, we got
to roll?
plenty of subtables on giants. So
Great.
giants, possession or related activity.
I think we know it's activity, right? It's a jailer of some kind, right?
Okay.
No? Anything good there?
That's what I got for giants. I have activity, physical appearance,
Yeah, let
and
me.
magical abilities.
Oh, magical abilities and
Yeah.
physical appearance. I totally want to roll on those.
Okay.
All right. I got 35.
Okay. So 35 for physical appearance is hairy,
A hairy giant.
and then there's another thing for other features. So roll for that.
Okay.
So
Other
hairy
features 8.
and also bald.
What?
Hairy and bald.
So his whole body is hairy but his head.
Can we work with that, or is that too
It's
contradictory?
a little silly, I think. I don't know. What do folks think?
There's better stuff for features. That's
Okay,
not
yeah.
I will say that was my least favorite
Great.
feature
I'm going to reroll
on
feature.
this table.
66.
Okay, how about multiple eyes?
Multiple eyes. A hairy,
Hairy
multiple-eyed,
multiple eyes. giant.
multiple-eyed giant.
Right.
Are you rolling a d6 how many eyes?
Ah.
And then I got another table for magical abilities, which I
Yeah.
highly recommend that we use.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
What kind of magical abilities does our hairy multi-eyed 6? Man, the ones digit loves to come up 6 for me today.
Okay. I see a spell-like delivery of a special attack. See table 271.
Oh, Mr. Finch, what are you doing to us?
No problem. We can do this. We know how to do that.
He's trying to a hairy multi-eyed giant with a
I think it should just be immediately thereafter.
No, it's way after.
No.
What?
If okay, wait. If it has an unusual spell delivery and it's got multiple eyes, it's sounding kind of beholdery to me.
Okay.
Can we have a hairy giant beholder?
Could be a
At
spider.
6th level?
Oh, it could be spider. A giant, hairy, multi-eyed spider with spell-like abilities.
Holding the bear.
I feel like I just zoned out for like 2 seconds and something really weird just happened.
Some kind of like Lothian, I don't know.
Okay. Yeah. No. Yes. Yes. Do that. I didn't follow it, but yeah, do that.
I don't know.
So it's a giant spider now. Is
The
that
lack
what
of the lack of webs in the map is maybe
Okay.
contradicting our
Okay.
giant spider. I don't know. It's a giant that is hairy and has multiple eyes and delivers spells in some unusual way.
Right.
This is sounding to me like the Rancor in Return of the Jedi.
Oh.
It's like the bear is the Rancor.
It's like the.
Oh, that's not bad.
I'm just
Mhm.
monkeying with your tables. That's all.
I
Yeah,
want to roll.
no, no.
I really want you to roll in this special attack table that I've finally tracked.
You
down.
finally tracked down the
Yeah,
special
'cause you
attack
put the
table.
wrong number on it.
Okay. I got a 95.
'Cause there are 100 different.
There are
special
exactly
ability-
100 entries. That's great. 95 is what I
Flip a
got.
bunch of pages as a result.
Yeah.
Okay.
Almost at the end.
Stupidity.
Yeah.
The suggested ability is stupidity. The victim does not actually lose points of intelligence or wisdom, but his thinking is impaired enough to cause penalties on various actions. Spellcasting is prevented. Some spells become harder.
So wait, it causes stupidity? Like
Yes. Yeah.
Oh,
So
fascinating.
gazes at you.
It gazes
Right.
at you.
Gazes at you.
It has a stupid gaze.
Makes you dumb. Yeah.
Yeah. Our hairy,
like that.
multi-eyed, stupid gaze.
That feels like what is an Umber Hulk does that same kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like looks at you and confuses you.
It sounds like a feeble mind spell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a partial.
Maybe that's how it captures the druid.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like like
Yes.
like it lulls it or something.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And it prevents spellcasting and they can't break out.
Yep.
That works really well.
That works. That
I
works
like
for me. Where do you want to sketch this in? Does it live in the buildings? I feel like it lives in the buildings, right?
Yeah, I think it's going to be like 10's going to be their
10?
lair.
I'm gonna pay attention to the chat a little bit here.
Which is not the title of the adventure. We'll throw them all off.
Yep. Chad is also pointing out Umber Hulks do have multiple eyes. It's
Right.
great. Okay, so at 10 we have a hairy giant with many eyes whose gaze attack causes feeble mind. Something like
Now remember, in original D&D, your monsters tend to come in enormous batches. And, I was actually just listening to Jeremy Crawford and some folks talk about the difficulties of having a solo monster when you're up against a party with a big action economy. So maybe we should have multiple such giants.
multiple creatures,
Yeah.
multiple hairy,
Yeah.
many-eyed giants.
Yeah. So if we base them on like a
Okay.
hill giant, this could possibly be legitimate to have like 2 or 3 of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Great.
I say 3. So I'm gonna make a bid for 3.
3 hairy
of
giants.
these giants because 3 is the magic number,
Yep.
right? Everything happens in 3s.
How does
But
that?
remember, this giant's going to nerf like half your party if they're casters.
How?
Yes.
How does this?
But wouldn't there be like some chance to evade the effects?
Sure, they get saving throws. Yeah.
Yeah, saving throws.
we-
How does this scale with our level range? Are we still
Yeah,
like
that-
6 levels?
yeah, yeah.
Decent. Okay,
Yes.
great,
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
Okay,
I feel it should be like we should set 2 of these things in area 10, and then 1 more that's like even worse in some way in area 11 that comes out and says, "So you think you dealt with them?"
yep,
Haha.
yep.
See, I was thinking with at least with the third one to do it different. So you're thinking like having just the one unique one with the confusion ability, and the other two with something else. I actually like that a lot.
Can that one be the bald one?
You know, I'm
Okay, one of them's bald.
yes, yes. We call him Curly, maybe.
We will. That's a good. Thank you. So one of them's got it. We got to on the wandering monster table have one there, and if you encounter it, then it's not in area 10.
I'm just correcting where I have typed this because I've just realized I put it in the wrong place. This is the key on the first page is meant to be just our like one line of what is this room's name. I forgot that we changed our format a little bit here, but regardless, yeah. Okay, so we got 1 in 10 and 1 in 11. There is no 12. There is no 12. There we go. Yank that.
What do you have a suggestion for the power that the first two have, or we could go to the
we
massive
say
table.
only the boss.
That makes sense. That there's
Bald
just
one.
one, and it
Yeah.
is a good point that will be pretty pretty challenging for the party when their
Yeah.
spellcasters
Yeah.
are potentially getting taken out.
Make it like the opposite of feeble. So the players will go through and be like, oh, we got this figured out. This other one shows up. We know how to beat it. Nope, you don't.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
something that challenges the fighters more than the spellcasters, maybe. So something like
Yes.
heavily armored, or
Yeah.
just tons of hit points, or
I'm just gonna roll here and see
or
if something-
strength sapping.
Yeah, I was gonna say, strength sounds
That's-
Yeah.
Constitution sapping.
Yeah.
Telekinesis. So many others.
So I just rolled strength loss on this table.
Strength loss.
Unbelievably. Yeah. Well, the stars seem to be saying that's what's happening.
Great.
That's clever.
Great. And I'm just putting in here that the first two are hairy and the third one's bald.
Okay.
This is Larry, Daryl, and Daryl.
That's from Newhart for anybody that didn't get that reference. Anybody? Anyone?
All right, Dan. What other like major so usually at this point we're looking for other major intentional placements, and I don't want to accidentally undervalue treasure here, right?
Totally.
Right.
My thoughts exactly.
Yeah,
Good call.
yeah. So there should be some really sweet something here for the players to.
Do you want like
discover.
a big coinage treasure? Would you want like a super nifty magic item they haven't seen, like an intelligent sword? Could be a cache of gems or something like that. I mean, if I'm a player, I like a giant cache of treasure.
Giant,
cache
just
of
a
cash.
lot of money.
Yeah.
It sounds great.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right.
Give me a weirdo miscellaneous treasure any day.
What about the knowledge that the prisoner has, the druid has?
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so the question here is kind of what's the hook, right? Are the
Right.
players hooked in here to
Right.
Obtain a treasure and they just happen to bump into this prisoner, or are they here to free the prisoner? Both.
Yeah, both.
Little
My
both.
response is always both to that. Of like you could give them like 2 or 3 rumors about stuff that might intrigue them, and if one thing doesn't do it, then maybe something else will.
Oh, I have a sorry, just real quick. I'm trying to keep half an eye on the chat online.
Yes.
We have a suggestion here of maybe the hairy one saps strength like a trog and smell really bad.
Yeah. See, who the hell said that? Because I needed that myself.
That was from Vino Azul.
Okay, thank
Yep,
you. Because
yep,
I was like, what? I can understand the intelligence draining with the eye confusion thing. Sort of makes sense, but I was like, how are these guys draining strength? And that answers because they have unkempt hair. That's exactly the problem. Thank you. Oh. Sometimes I need motivation like that to make sense of things. It's like,
What is just driving the story? There's rumors that this druid has something the players need. They don't even know that anything else is going on. They think they're just going to go see this druid, and next thing you know, they're walking into a stinky giants and
yeah,
confusing giants.
that's good. Also, I like the fact that they're actually stuck in bear form because they've been confused. They've been dumbed out of the ability to shapeshift or use spells.
Yep.
So that's why they're a bear, because they're stuck in bear form all the
Stuck
time.
in bear form. Yeah. Which would be a nice little twist for the party if they don't realize that that's the case and they're
Yes.
trying to save a person.
Yes. Can they talk at the moment?
I don't know.
Can the bear druid talk?
Can druids talk when they're in
No?
another?
They can, but there's like magical shackling too that's keeping him in bear form.
I
Yeah,
Players
yeah.
might accidentally think that the bear is evil.
yes.
Yeah,
It-
yeah.
Yes.
Scarlet shackles.
Yes.
That's so funny. I mean, I feel like I lost when we first rolled Scarlet Stockades. I was thinking that they were bloody, and that's why they were scarlet.
I think we need to go with that.
With what?
They're bloody.
That they're bloody?
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
That the thing's been thrashing around and it's all
Yes.
wounded and just bled all over the place.
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't think it's
Okay.
massive.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna write.
Yes,
some of these
yes.
notes down.
You know. Okay. I'm gonna.
Hard to fight on.
That's a lot.
A lot of bone, but from the giant.
It's been thrashing about.
So for those of you in the room, I am turning off. I'm
And
turning my power mode
bleeding.
so that it doesn't turn my screen off, and I apologize for not having thought about that before.
over the terrain. What did I miss about this thing? It cannot speak
Yeah.
as it has been. Cannot speak or return to human form because it's been drained of both magic and strength.
Yes. Yes. That's great. So I like the idea that the druid has some kind of information, maybe, and I think that you could fill this in depending on your campaign. So your campaign needs like a clue to a secret place or a new treasure, or they're looking for, I don't know, like a regenerating magic item. You might possibly need that.
Yep.
I don't know if that's ever happened to you, Paul.
Once or twice.
So you could leave that for the DM to fill in. Actually, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I like that as a hook that they need to find this druid for some reason. I still would like a big load of cash somewhere.
I do too.
Like let's
I do too.
There should be money.
Yeah.
In fact, maybe a nice hook for the terms of quick convention play is hey, this druid's freaking wealthy. He's got a ton of cash, and he's willing to pay for something the players have.
I like that.
You know, go sell this weird thing to this druid.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like
and then
that.
it turns out his house has been invaded by horrible. I guess actually that's what I'm lost on. Is this the druid's house and the giants have taken it over? Or have we used like magic to locate the druid and been like, what's he doing over here? That's weird.
What do you guys
Now,
think?
based on the size, they have to be there because they
Yeah.
don't come into his little there.
Size is a problem.
This is the oversight I was about to make. That's a good point. Yes. Since it's huge size, it has to be the giants.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, we'll just have to
That's a
assume
good
that
point.
he's been magically located and.
Yes.
What-
So I think the treasure should be the giants. That they're
okay.
they have some kind of
All right.
great.
It's fine. Not every idea that I spew out during these things is a hit. That's fine. It's fine.
They keep
I'm the
luring in adventurers, and they have like number 6 as like a pit of their stuff.
Yes.
Or maybe the party
Yes.
has tracked the blood there.
Yes.
There's your Scarlet Stockade.
Yeah. Yeah. Totally. I'm gonna make a couple rolls on the treasure table.
Great.
and-
Let's drop some treasure in
And
here.
I'm actually using like traditionally what Gary presented in like the monster and treasure assortment kind of thing reduced. So what might possibly happen? So I'm going to roll 3 times on this, which ought to be a really big treasure. So this suggests. Okay. So interestingly, I rolled really low, which would be copper, except that. A lot of that gets turned into magic items, so you get an increasing chance of magic items as your levels go up. So this actually has a 4 in 6 chance of being magic. Could you roll a d6 for me?
Sure. I'll just point out,
watch-
Dan, that you're frequently looking away from your microphone.
Sorry.
Yeah. D6. I got a 2.
Okay, so this is turned into magic items. So I'm going to roll on the Greyhawk magic items table. If you can do this for me, Paul,
Sure.
while I'm looking this
What
up.
do you?
Give me a percentile dice.
Yep. 43.
43 is potion. We feel good about that. Roll another, we might have something else. Roll another potion. Roll another percentile. Sorry.
95.
Treasure finding. Potion of treasure finding.
Potion of treasure finding? A
It-
potion
it's
of
in the treasure is the potion of treasure.
Well, it's got to be somewhere.
It's not the treasure you're looking for.
Want to re-roll that?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, everybody. I was excited about that.
Yeah.
I like a potion of treasure finding.
We can put it in there, but I
That's
want
fine.
57.
57. We can do both. Animal control.
It's a potion of animal
Yeah.
control.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
actually handy if they
Yes.
have to control the bear.
I think there should be some more animals in the dungeon as a result.
Yeah, probably. More animals.
So I'm rolling for more cashy type stuff. 43. So there's going to be some silver there, specifically. 15, I'm doing math. So it's 250 times 6, which is 1,500? 1,500 silver pieces?
1,500
Yeah.
silver pieces. So we have 1,500 silver pieces and a couple of potions.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm making one more roll here because I said I was going to do this 3 times. Okay, and make it 3,000 silver pieces.
Okay. I'm just looking at the map now to try and figure out where that is. We do have a suggestion here from William in the chat who says it's not specifically a labeled space, but I like the idea of a barrel of treasure stashed in the river between 4 and 7.
Great.
Barrel of treasure in the river.
Well, it's, put it in there and take it out. That's
Yeah.
how they keep
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's our barrel apparel. No, I like that great. And I will excuse. See, I think that's in. The thing I disagree with William about is I think that counts as Area 7.
Yeah. I put that in area 7.
Thank you. Good. Great. That's a good idea. I like that a lot.
Submerged
Yeah.
barrel
Next
in
to
river
barrels of actual ale, they're
containing
Yes.
yeah.
3,000
Oh,
silver
yes.
pieces. A potion of animal control
Yeah.
and a potion of treasure finding
Sure.
and a potion of treasure finding.
And a barrel of
So
ale.
okay.
They use it as a refrigerator.
That's the refrigerator.
That's the
Yeah, of course it is.
Clever.
Dan, you mentioned that there would be a bunch of animals potentially in the dungeon, and I like the idea that the animals maybe are behaving a little strangely, that perhaps some of them have been sapped of some of their intelligence or strength or otherwise been affected by the giants as
Yeah,
a little
yeah.
tell
Great.
for what's coming up.
Great. Great.
In the river.
Something in the river?
That's good.
You want a monster, a riverborn? Oh, I mean, Area 5 with the bridge. There's something definitely coming up out of the
now
river at Area 5.
I'm going to make a pitch. I'm going to make a pitch for a troll there.
A troll?
I'm going to make a pitch for a troll bridge.
Okay.
Good, funny, cliche.
Like
what? Is that-
classic, like you must pay the toll kind of troll?
Sure.
Hmm.
No.
I don't do that kind.
No,
But he looks a little.
I like the troll though because we can put more trolls there because they've been weakened a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, you
Weakened trolls.
It could be
But
like
you can put more of them.
guards for the giants.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Working for the giants, but
Yeah.
they've been diminutized.
Yeah. So no toll.
No toll.
Take away the toll. That's cliche. We don't need to see that again.
Yeah. You know, I
Right.
have done
But
in the
just
past.
murderous, violent trolls.
I have done in the past. Isn't there a variant of the troll that is aquatic?
There is it the ice troll?
Scrag.
The scrag. Okay, the
Scrag.
scrag is a normal troll underwater. Yeah.
Yeah. Can they be scrags?
Done.
Great.
Thank you.
You don't want troll booth Willie.
Well, now I kind of do.
Put
Put
it
it.
out of the booth.
Well, put it up to a vote. Raise your hand if you want to see a troll booth as part of it. Okay. See, I was fond of that. I tried.
The scrag sounds good.
That's good.
And I like the idea too of kind of surprising the players here. My apologies. I keep talking about how much I want to surprise the players, and we've got players who are gonna playtart this with
Well,
us in the room.
Yeah, we already established
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
Did we say that online or was that beforehand? That was on.
Yeah, I think we.
Did we?
But I like the idea of the surprise of like, that's a lot of scrags, right?
Yes,
like,
yes.
like that's too
Yeah,
many for
that's-
the
yes.
difficulty of this dungeon,
Yeah.
and then it turns out
Yeah.
that they've been weakened.
It's the monster design seminar that I was at 2 hours ago. Everything they said is feeding into this very moment. So I think we're
Nice.
we're approved by high level monster
Great,
designers.
great, fabulous.
Yeah. That's brilliant.
Okay. And do we need any more intentional placements, or are we going to start random
I think we're
generating
gonna
stuff?
The one thing I'd like, so I think there need to be some kind of animals, and I'm just looking at this really nice table of a bunch of beasts.
bunch
So
of
maybe
beasts.
give me a percentile die roll and just suggest. I bet there's stuff here that we're not going to want to use.
42.
Okay, that suggests a giraffe, which is admittedly surprising, but probably not.
This adventure's turning into literal murder at
I'm
the
not
zoo.
feeling.
Okay.
Give me 2 more rolls and see if something.
2 more rolls. I'm going to give you a 38 and a 51.
Okay, piranha.
Piranha. Piranha. We just got
Piranha.
scrags.
Piranhas in the lake or in the river to prevent like crossing the river by swimming and circumventing the scrags.
I don't mind having an excuse to keeping them in like 7, so you have to go through the piranha to get the barrels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool idea.
Piranha. Okay.
Okay, so Area 7 has piranha. I mean, look, scrags are worse than piranha, right? If piranha get near a scrag, who's going to win that fight? The scrag. So the piranha stay away from the scrags.
And that's how you keep the scrag fed.
That's how you keep the scrags fed. See, it's Gygaxian naturalism happening right before our eyes. So you rolled a 51. I have lion. Do you want lions?
Lions?
Yeah.
Lions? It really is the zoo table that you've got
It's
over
totally
there.
the zoo table.
What is happening?
Yeah, there's a lot here. I was going to be questionable of whether we wanted it here.
I mean, okay, maybe like mountain lions?
Totally.
Yeah. Yeah,
Absolutely.
maybe
Do
I can
that.
see some mountain
There's
lions.
there's saber-toothed tigers. What was that? Sorry.
The prehistoric cave lions.
Prehistoric cave lions.
Prehistoric cave
Yeah.
lions.
Big.
Where do you want them? 2, maybe? Yeah, 2.
I like that.
Because it gives them an initial encounter that
Yeah.
Yeah.
initially can get you the clue.
Yeah. I like that.
Prehistoric
clever.
cave lions. Great.
Yeah. Nice.
We have like one day to stat all these things. I love that we're
you're
using
right.
super non-standard monsters that are all going to need custom stats. We have lots of time for that in this dash.
I did not schedule that this weekend, Paul.
Yeah. I'm gonna put cave lions on the wandering monster chart as well.
Yes, perfect.
Great.
Yeah,
Okay.
I need to do that.
Okay. At this point, I think we go to randomness, right?
Yes.
Let's do it.
Okay, so I've boiled down. So previously we would go to the Dave Zebcook's expert set or the basic set, and I basically boiled it down here more or less.
Great.
Maybe you can take a D6 while I'm looking at this. So for each remaining area, there's a 4 in 6 chance of a monster. So there's
Okay.
going to be potentially a lot of monsters. So 1 through 4 gives us a monster in it.
You want to just go through them in order? Start
Sure,
with number
sure,
1.
sure. Yeah.
Great. Here we go. 2.
Okay, so there's a monster in 1.
Yeah, that's cool. That's the entrance. That's
Yeah.
Start with a bang.
Yep.
Like a trap.
So I think we should just write for right now. We should just write monster and
Oh,
we'll
you
come
just
back
wa-
and
okay,
figure out
gotcha.
what it is.
Yeah, okay,
Right, is my
okay,
thinking.
okay,
So
okay.
3.
3. You wanted me to just keep rolling
Yeah.
d6s? I got you. No, I got a 1.
Okay, so monster. So it's be a monster unless we roll a 5 or a 6.
Yep.
And could it be just something, something minor? And you can do 5 through 9 there.
5 is scrags.
Done.
6. I got a 1 again.
Monster.
It's just this is a nasty dungeon.
Okay.
Dan. 7 we have the submerged barrels and the piranha.
Got it.
8 is a 6.
Okay, so no monster.
Okay, and 9 is a 2.
Monster. And then we know that 10 and 11 have our giants.
Yep.
Great.
Yep.
Now we can move stuff around. I kind of feel like 8 should be like some hent hirelings or something, so we can move a monster from one place. I feel like 8 ought to be occupied.
Okay, right,
Yeah.
right. So you want to move monsters maybe from 9 to 8, or
Yeah, 9 to 8 or 6 to 8 or something like that.
I feel like 6, just logistically on the map, 6 looks to me like a place where there should be some kind of treasure. That doesn't mean there can't be monsters.
And that was
too.
suggested before as
Yeah.
the pit where all the prior adventurers' treasure winds up. So I kind of like 6 being a treasure, maybe with a trap there.
Okay. So I'm putting no monster at 6 so that we can put monster at 8.
Yeah.
Cool.
So then, once we've determined that, in areas with a monster, there's a 5 and 6 chance of a treasure. So you'll go through those places with monsters.
Okay.
and
So
if
number
anything
1.
other than 6, treasure. And again, it might not be much.
Number
but it'd be
3
something.
is
So
no
there's no treasure.
Number 6 is 4.
Treasure. I think we already knew that, right? We were saying it was going to be.
Yeah, we did. We did know that.
Good, the dice agree. Good job.
8 is I rolled a 5.
Treasure.
And 9, I got a 2.
Treasure.
Okay. I think that's it.
Yeah. Now, admittedly, in the past, I think we've had like too little treasure, so I've slightly biased my interpretation of what was the core books to be a little bit more treasure oriented. Now, in places without a monster, we should go through and roll a 1 in 6 chance of there being a treasure there.
In places with no monsters,
Yeah.
which is number 6.
Which we already put treasure there.
Yep.
Yeah. So we'll do that. So wasn't there another one? Was there 3 or something?
Nope. Everything
Or-
else has monsters.
Really?
Everything
9?
else has monsters.
9.
9 has a monster.
Got it. So are you editing the Google Docs? Sorry.
I am.
Okay, because I'm not seeing it.
That's because you're looking at the key, which is just the name of the rooms. You need to scroll down into the next
I
page.
see.
Yep,
I
yep,
see.
yep.
I got it.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. There you go.
My bad,
There
everybody.
you go. I have been typing away,
Okay.
and no one's seen it. Well, everyone on the chat, everyone on the stream has seen it, Dan.
I thought you were going to update the key first.
No, I've been updating the key a little bit, just with like names of rooms.
Okay.
Right. So I think, and I can go in here and put some like we think 6 is some kind of like treasure room.
Yeah.
Which 5 is the Scrag Bridge. I don't know. These deserve better names for sure.
Sure. I mean, we should focus on one or the other. So if you were doing the encounter, you can stick there.
Yeah.
So what we could do now is we could go down through the D&D tables that I have here and roll for random monsters and see if we like them. And I'm going to do that now.
Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
Okay. So this is for 6th level adventures. So I'm going to roll on the 4th level table, which is here. So do we like werebears?
I mean,
Werebears.
it is the bear is in the title.
Yeah.
I don't hate werebears.
Now, werebears are customarily lawful.
Yeah, that is a
Right.
little odd.
They're not enemies.
Mhm.
So either we make them imprisoned, either we abort, or we make them imprisoned, or we.
I don't hate the idea of some imprisoned werebears,
Yeah.
who could be a social encounter for the players to figure out what the hell's going on here.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Or like acolytes of the druid.
Yeah. Or they were trying to free him.
Yeah.
See,
Either
that
they were
makes-
trying
right,
to free him,
right.
or they're somehow.
I mean,
yeah.
one option is they're actively right now trying to free them. That they're camped out at Area 1, about to go in. Maybe that's giving away too much to the players. I feel that's giving away. I mean, sometimes you do that, but I feel like it's giving away too much.
Let me
So I like
jump
the
back.
imprisonment
Let me jump
better.
back to the map. What if we used one of our 8 through 11 rooms
Yeah.
as a place where they're imprisoned?
Yeah.
Right. In fact, maybe 8.
If they're imprisoned anywhere, it's going to be 8.
Yeah.
Agreed?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
Now my notes do say there's a treasure here as well. So
We can potentially move that. I mean, anything that we come up with, we can move, of course.
Yeah.
I like that because 8. So werebears are potentially easier to communicate with, right? They're locked up, but they're not entirely scrambled like the druid, and so the players might have to come in all the way to the depths of it, free them, talk to them, figure out what's happening, then go back and free the druid bear.
Or have an uncomfortable conversation about what happened to the bear in
Yes.
before.
Yeah. That actually works out quite nicely in a number of ways.
So the treasure is French.
The treasure is friendship. Yeah.
We have the reincarnate spell if you need it. That's good. Okay, so I like that. I'm going on to another.
Yeah.
I can see what you're doing now.
Yeah, great,
Okay,
great.
so I'm going on to the monster we think's in number 3.
Yep.
So same level there. What do we think about? ...
Yeah.
White apes.
White ape.
White apes, directly from Burroughs' Mars novels. Giant
Yeah,
four-armed white apes. Because that exists in original D&D. Just to be perfectly clear, I'm not pulling that out of nowhere. That's canonically in the original D&D encounter tables. It's 4-armed white apes.
4-armed white apes. What room are we in here again?
3.
This is
3.
3.
I
There's
like.
a lot of room
Oh,
there
there's-
for them just, and it makes it interesting combat because they can be swinging around in the stalactites.
You've got kind of this ledge, right? If you
Yeah.
notice in 3, kind of as it leads down to 5, there are stairs down,
Yeah.
right? So that whole bottom section
Yeah.
of 3 is raised up. There's this higher plateau. So I like that the apes are up there, and it looks all rocky, so they're gonna like throw rocks down
There's
at the
so
party.
many things I like about
Yeah,
this encounter.
yeah.
There's that. There's it's a giant cavern. There's plenty of space for the giant apes. Like I've actually had trouble putting white apes in a dungeon before and having the players go, the tunnels aren't big enough for them to get through. What are you doing?
Yep.
So I like that, and I also like that at this point, from the players might think the whole thing is just a bunch of primitive brutes.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
through this dungeon. Yeah, that's a good. I like that.
I have here that my notes say that they have no treasure, but also we lost a treasure from 8. If you want to relocate a treasure here.
Yes.
Yeah.
So 2 white apes would be appropriate.
Okay. 2 white apes.
The treasure's up on the plateau, so you have to go.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Treasures
Exactly.
on the plateau. What kind of treasure we got?
And also put down 3 werebears actually while you're there.
Yeah, I'll fix
We're
that.
gonna do that.
Yep, 3 werebears.
Okay, so I suggest, and again, this might not be much. They might have gold actually, so it would be appropriate for them to have times. I have to multiply by 6. 180 gold pieces. Now, to be clear, in our adventures, we use what's called the silver standard. So we make all the treasure more valuable by times 10, which makes it easier to carry around, and also it's just slightly more realistic, actually. So if you look back historically, like this would be a reasonable number of gold pieces for a rich person to actually have. So
What was the number again? I missed it.
180.
180.
Yeah. So in normal D&D games, right, that would be 1,800 gold pieces or 1,800 experience pieces. Just if you need to calibrate that, if anybody was wondering. Great.
Cool. I don't think we haven't done room 1.
Well, that was where we figured out the werebears and moved them.
Yeah. So let's go back and do 1 again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because it could have. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So this could be level 4 again. How about? Okay. So the table is suggesting mummies.
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 That seems a little out of theme.
Yeah. Me too.
Yeah. All right.
Nix the mummies.
Yeah. Give us another roll.
Also, I will point out mummies are one of the worst combat encounters.
Right.
So
we had a whole episode on mummies recently.
We did. So if you do the math, the fact that mummies receive half damage makes for and give very little damage makes for a long, grueling, brutal, uninteresting fight that goes on and on and on forever. So
But it necessarily conflicts with the theme if you think more like an Aztec style mummies, since you've got sort of a lost world vibe going here, as opposed to the Egyptian mummy, which definitely was not.
there is a world where what are you
I'm
Wow,
disappointed here that I didn't have you mic'd for that comment.
Paul's coming in hot.
Wait, what was sum up again for our people on the streams who probably didn't just hear the comment?
So I think I heard if we had Aztec mummies and an Aztec theme that in a primitive lost world place that could actually be in theme, and I'm personally warming up to that. I feel like if you had prominent. I just said that if you had prominent mummies that were stationed outside and there was some kind of puzzle or clue or riddle to get by them,
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm perfectly fine with the players just bypassing that.
Yes, I agree. Because also this adventure is turning into something of a slog of
Yes.
monster encounter after monster
Hell
encounter.
yes.
So I do like the idea of a puzzle, maybe that can that they can skip the mummies
Yeah.
entirely. Okay, so we've talked ourselves into mummies.
We talk. Okay. All right. The whole Lost World Aztec thing brought me around to mummies.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
And this is Area 1. I want to look back at the map here. Oh, sorry.
Now,
I've
is there
got
something
the
else
map
about the mummies?
about on the stream?
Well, I was just thinking, like, you know, this is the entrance, so.
Yeah, go on.
Oh, seriously?
No, you're fine. You're fine. You can stay there. Just
Okay.
talk.
So if you had like a whistling type effect coming outward, you know, from inside the cave, and the druid with his last gasp of magical energy was able to leave some type of clue. So if the party spends a turn listening, that gives them a clue to get past the mummies.
Great.
So,
A
winds.
whispering wind.
A whispering wind
Yeah.
emanates. Oh God, I gotta write this down.
I like that.
Whispering wind emanates from the entrance with a clue
Yeah. What? So if they
From
listen
the-
to it for like 3 rounds and make a hearing
from the
check.
druid. Careful listening allows the
Yeah.
party to bypass.
So what does the party have to do or say? What is the code that gets you past the mummies?
So I just wanted to, as we were talking about this, and I was looking at the map, right in Area 1, and I keep forgetting to put this document back up for. Sorry, the streamer's been staring at the map while I've been talking and
Okay.
typing here. Sorry, everyone. But Area 1, big open entryway, right?
Yeah.
And so I had this thought of like I want the mummies just like on display, like embedded in the rock
Absolutely,
or
yes.
something,
Of
right? You
course.
could just see them there, like
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
gonna come out
100%.
any moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
If you're an Aztec, you have to make you have to leave a food offering before each mummy. So you have to put food before each
Mhm.
mummy, and that allows you to bypass them. If you go by without doing it, that would activate them. And
Yeah.
there could be some food already in front of them that kind of would give the players a clue, because if they don't listen, there's something else
Or-
visually.
Right. So what could be there is maybe empty plates, right, or empty vessels lying about the
Yeah,
feet
yeah.
of the mummies to.
I
indicate
like
that
make it
food has
just a
been
little
used.
vague, like make big vases,
Yeah.
right? Which sometimes has treasure and sometimes have snakes or something like that, so the players can futz with some giant carved vases that are in front of them. Yeah, that's good. And possibly. So- okay, I have 2 questions right now. Question number 1 is: are the mummies giant?
Yes, of course they're giant.
Of course, thank you.
Of course
Thank
they're
you,
giant.
sir. So 2 giant mummies. Question number 2: are the banana peels giant?
What?
Are there giant banana peels?
What? Where did I missed the banana peel somehow. I was trying to type and jump.
Well, it's
between
some of the
chat.
remnants of the food there that can, maybe potentially be used by the players if they're clever. Yes, there's giant banana peels there.
What? I thought they were vases. I'm very confused about the
there's-
banana
okay,
peels. Why are there banana
fine,
peels?
Veto the giant banana
Okay,
peels.
I want
Whatever.
a show of hands from the audience. Who wants banana peels?
Yes. I mean,
Okay,
yes.
I'm voted
Hey,
out.
Yes.
I'm voted
Hey,
out.
there we go. There we go.
Actually, that could make it an interesting combat if
Yeah.
they actually have a fight.
Yes. If you're watching online, just to be perfectly clear, almost everybody in the room raised their hands in favor of the giant banana peels. So, you're gonna listen to this guy next time.
Giant.
Now we need giant
banana
trees so you
peels.
can actually get bananas.
It's totally coming.
Okay. This text is going to need a lot of
Yeah, of
massaging
course, of
eventually.
course.
But 2 giant mummies embedded in the rock face, empty vases, banana peels, the whisperings of the druid on the wind, tell you that you need to leave a food offering,
Yes.
or you will be assaulted by the
Right.
guardians of the
Right.
of this place.
Of the
Yeah.
Scarlet Stockades.
Yeah.
Of the,
Okay, here's my question to you. Are the giant mummies hairy or bald?
well, they're wrapped up, so you don't know initially. They're wrapped up.
Okay, but when
I
I kill
think
them and
they're.
unwrap
I think they're
them,
pretty. I think they're pretty desiccated. I think if
Yeah,
you get
yeah,
under the
yeah.
wrappings, I don't think they're hairy.
I think there should be dried up hair. You don't think? You don't think that? Yeah, that's
Oh,
what I'm after.
oh,
Yeah,
oh,
exactly.
Oh.
Are actually antithesis of these.
Oh. Okay. All right.
I mean, I'm assuming that the giants who live here know all about these things and get by them all the time, right?
Agreed,
And
agreed.
maybe they're their ancestors or
Yeah.
something.
Do they have multiple eyes?
Do they have multiple eyes?
That would be a good clue.
Do they have
Okay.
multiple?
Now, yes.
Right?
Right.
Right? And
Yeah.
multiple and hair. Like I feel like when I think of mummies, like sometimes hair does remain, right? Like you get desiccated
all
remains
right,
and like some
okay,
stringy
all right.
hair.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. Yeah. Do that. Okay. Well, now we have like a whole weirdo giant legacy that we're
Yeah.
spinning out.
Great.
White apes and hairy giants, kind of a King Kong thing.
It's a very yeah.
Okay. Now this is my favorite one of these that we've done. Thank you for that.
Almost ritualistic chamber for the giants. They've got mummies, and they've got all these animals, and there's Shackle, and there's the druid. What are the giants doing in here?
What are the giants? What are the giants up to,
I
Dan?
mean, there's a motivation table you told me not to use.
we
here,
could
right?
try. We might. I think the chances are high it will give you something really bizarre in left field that has nothing to do with
I don't know
anything.
where the motivation was anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it was specifically for giants. Actually, there was a specific giant.
There was a giant motivation. Great. Okay. You want me to roll on the giants
Yeah,
motivation
give me a
table?
percentile. I mean, I'm not going to promise anything from it.
Yeah.
There's
Are you-
specifically a giant motivation.
Now this is really creepy. How many sixes I've been rolling all night tonight? So I got a 66, Dan.
Okay, so I got magical item gives the giant some sort of unusual power, which is not super helpful.
No, that's
Yeah.
not really helpful at all.
Yeah. The other, I mean,
It's not
give me-
motivation. That's just a fact.
I agree. Give me another roll just to demonstrate that this is a motivation table.
82.
So that would be owns a very valuable piece of art or jewelry stolen long ago from kings or noble.
Again, that's not really
Yeah,
motivation.
I don't disagree. The table's not helping so much.
You're right. They're doing what do you call it? Mummification in like 10 and 9, and they have like special tools from kings who also do embalming. 9 and 10, they're creating mummies.
One of the
And they're
extra eye to stupefy is something that they stole from this old mummy tribe of giants, and it's like works in with that too. Like they're trying to like take advantage of this older mummy.
These are all interesting ideas. I will confess that I kind of like this separation between the current giants and I actually like this ancient giants that are kind of removed, that they don't have control over. So I have a different master table of villainous plans.
Okay,
Try
okay.
that.
Sure.
And this might be abstract.
I got a 99. That's a fun number.
That's okay. Just take my word for it. That's no good.
All right.
Okay. How about this? How about
You're trying to come up with a reason they're keeping the bear around? Is that?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like we've lost the thread a little bit here, Dan. I think we can worry about motivations later. The interesting thing here is we have. I think that the current giants certainly know at least the trick, right? They know how to get past the mummies.
Yeah.
possibly they're related to the mummies in distant
Yeah.
past, but if they still have any connection to them or not, it's maybe
Yes.
lost over the course of
Yes.
ages.
Thank you for that. So maybe what we should do, I apologize for interrupting. So we were trying to fill out all the random monsters, right?
Yep. Yep.
And then the process is frequently to knit together a reason why all this stuff makes sense.
Yep.
Right. So we have
We do still have two rooms that
Right.
have
so we have
something.
We have some kind of ancient giants that were mummified as guards.
Yep.
And we can with other monsters, hopefully we can figure out why they're there.
Okay, let's do the last 2 empty rooms, and
Great.
then maybe that'll answer some questions for us.
So I got two more monster rooms. Is that right?
Correct. We still have 6, which we agree is some kind of treasure room,
Right.
but probably has some kind of monster in it. Oh no, sorry, it has no monster.
Yeah.
No monster, comma treasure is the notes I have.
Right.
And then 9, I have monster, comma treasure.
Can you just make a note? There could be like 5 weakened scrags there in area 5.
Sure.
5 has 5.
Yep.
All right. So I'm rolling for the next monster.
It's not 9.
Right. So not 9.
That is 9. 9 is the only
is 9.
monster.
Got it, okay.
The only unplaced monster is in 9.
So higher level table. So I'm rolling on the level 5 tables. So
And this room is like the antechamber into where all the giants live.
got it. So the table suggests a hydra with 6 heads.
Hydra. They have a pet hydra.
It's their pet.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay.
I
okay.
like that.
Unexpected.
It's got a lot of eyes. You gotta grant me that.
Hydra
That's in
with
flavor,
6 heads
right?
is what you said.
Yes,
Great. Okay.
Yeah.
So Hydra with 6 heads.
that's good.
you wanna-
Normally, like 9 would be too small for it, but now that everything's scaled up,
Can we fill out the treasures at 6 and 9?
Sure. Now, again, we can pick something that
Hydra make
we.
a treasure?
The Hydra does have a treasure,
Yeah.
according to my notes.
Yeah, I mean, there can be like random stuff just lying
Yeah.
around everywhere is perfectly fine. So I'm gonna roll for like
Yeah.
2 things in area 6 and just see if
Okay,
it
sure.
floats our boat. It might just be some cash here. So one of the 2 things in area 6 is going to be some platinum, which is super high value. So I'm getting 120 platinum pieces.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah.
Again, remember that our scale is off by a factor
Yeah.
of 10, so that's
So that could be something small and hidden there, right? It could be like hidden
Yep.
someplace or trapped, and could also be some silver. Let me see. At level 6 plus, there's a 50% chance for a combination of coins. Okay, this is about to explode on me. This is totally exploding on me. What do I get here? I get. Okay, well that's not too bad. Copper plus silver. So there are 3,000 copper pieces, and also 200 times 6, 1,200 silver pieces. Okay, suddenly that became a big cache. Well, this is number 6 right at the moment. Am I right, Paul?
yeah, this is area 6.
Yeah, good question. We're going to come back to the
so-
Hydra location.
Yeah. So this is area 6, which is this odd little cave hidden behind where the scrags are.
Make the treasure a trap.
Unclear if the giants even bother with this area. Yeah.
I think the treasure should be trapped.
Yeah.
I think it should be that way. Like, the Scrags have been storing food or something, and if they try to remove, like, the bones or something up, it drops the coins on the players.
How do we like that? How do they get at it themselves then?
I don't think they even know it's there. I think they're just shoving stuff in there for food or something. They don't even know it's up there. They've weakened this stash from long ago. And if the players are like wiggling, like the bones or the bodies are stuck up there, it could weaken the last of the structure and drop all these coins on the players.
Interesting. I think that one I'm a little hazy on. I mean, Scrags are intelligent. I would think they'd know what they're doing. I would think.
Well, I'm thinking it's like a hidden treasure from the prior use of this. They don't even know it's there. They're just sticking bodies to hang, and they stick it up into the roof, and it's been weakening this secret compartment.
Maybe.
But how do you telegraph that to the player?
Yeah.
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 That's a good
Yeah.
point.
Yeah. So I'm gonna roll on it. So I'm gonna roll for some random tables are suggesting to me we could have we could just have it in some iron trunks and then have a random trap. So I'm using the patented OED random trap table here. So this might suggest level 3. My D12. Okay, so possibly So I'm getting another monster.
What?
I'm getting
No.
a pit with another monster, which I don't think we want right now.
I think we've had enough monsters.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to wrap my head around, like, this is the Scrags own this treasure? We think this is their treasure? Is that right? Or just that how are the Scrags, do the Scrags just live here? Are the Scrags somehow related to the Giants? Are they...
So I think the Scrags being guards of the Giants makes sense.
Yeah.
Right? I think that's what we said before.
So they're guards of the
They're
Giants.
guarding the bridge.
Which would imply then that this is the Giants' treasure, right? The Giants put the Scrags there to guard their...
Well, I think
Treasure cache?
they're there to guard the whole back complex. So
Okay.
that's the only way to get over the water to the whole 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 complex. So the Scrags know the Giants, they let them over, but they don't let other people.
Okay.
So which leaves as an open question, like, whose treasure is in number 6 or why
Yeah.
is it there?
Yeah.
Other adventurers?
Yeah, we did say that. So possibly when other adventurers come in and they get sacked, they stuff the treasure. Here is their secondary treasure.
It's almost like not quite lost and found. They're just tossing it in there for people who are trying to come over the bridge.
It could be. I do feel that it ought to be either hidden or trapped.
Let me invert this. So the idea, there was an idea earlier that the treasure itself was the trap, right? That the
Yeah.
treasure was like in the ceiling.
Yeah.
What if we flip that and we say that they've been throwing bodies in here, so there's treasure, but it's underneath corpses.
I kind of like that. Do we like that? I'm very warm to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. All right, good process. I like that. That was good. This is
Stinky open grave.
yeah.
There's
Yeah.
money in there.
Yeah.
You want to go root around?
So maybe like a chance of disease.
Yeah.
Or exposure to spores or something like that.
I like.
That's the trap.
Do you like that? I mean, I actually don't. I like it. I don't mind it just being. I don't mind that being a threat that doesn't happen. So I don't mind it you having to go through the bodies and that being a threat.
I almost think it's just gross. It's just
Yeah,
gross
I
that you got to
agree with
dig
that.
through a bunch of
You
corpses.
telegraph a threat that's not
Yeah.
there. You make it.
Yeah.
They go and they see bodies and there's stench.
Yeah.
So I don't want to mess with that. But if they take the time, then they get the treasure.
Well, the other thing is that it echoes the mummies at the beginning of the caverns, because you might be threatening, like, maybe there's like 20 mummies that are going to jump up at you right here, and you should just leave it alone.
Yeah.
And you have to gut your way through that.
Like a spike kind of pit, so they're throwing like they're still kind of alive, but they throw them in there, and then that finishes them.
Like that.
It's a pit
I'm having-
filled
I'm-
with
I'm-
money. It's just, I think it's one too many things for my brain.
That might be a hat on a hat.
Yeah.
Have like a time limit on this, so like every turn of play, they can have 1 to 10% of their treasure being retrieved. So the longer they spend, the more chance of random encounters.
I follow what you're saying. So I can see that.
Like it like you're basically excavating the treasure out
Yeah.
of there. So yeah, you got to spend time to get it out of the
Yeah,
gross.
you're not just gonna get it all at once.
That's
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
That's like regular wandering.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally. That's good.
I have a comment earlier in the chat that I
Yeah.
didn't want to lose that I'm going to bring up now, which was from William. Suggested that the Hydra has feathered serpent heads to fit our Aztec theme.
See, that's why we keep that guy around, just to be perfectly clear. That's nifty.
Now, speaking of that, there's also supposed to be a treasure in here.
Great.
Feathers.
I agree.
So we need some standard D&D treasure to get our
I mean,
experience.
I
up.
kind of want it now to be like it's wearing like necklaces or jewelry or like
Yeah, the Giants dress them up.
the it's their pet, right? Yeah,
Okay.
it's got 6 nice leashes, 6 nice collars, 6 nice jeweled collars.
Okay. Okay. Value per piece is I'm rolling for the value per piece. Okay, so this could be really enormously. You know what? I just rolled in a number that's too high that I'm uncomfortable with. The dice are telling me these are extremely valuable.
Yeah.
So 12, 14, 15 times 6 was that 90 times. The dice are telling me they could be 4,500 silver pieces each. Okay, I think that this Hydra is very ancient.
Yeah.
It's been here. It's hundreds of years old, and
Okay.
it's been around for generations of giants. And they treat it very well.
Okay.
Is my take on that.
Yeah.
That's what the value of the callers just informed me about. Yeah.
Excellent. Excellent. Love it. Okay. Where are we at?
Okay, so we've sketched out the basic monsters, and we've
Yep.
sketched out the basic treasures that we've got.
Yep.
Are there any places we marked as treasure that we haven't specified yet?
I am looking. No, I think everything looks recorded to me. The only entry that looks a little light to me now is just we have like the prehistoric cave lions, and they're just prehistoric cave lions in this
Right.
cave on the side.
Right.
Just- It's fine, but
Yeah, I'm trying
you
to
know,
find an
eh.
adequate monster that looks like that. Just it's not enough. Just
One of the Aztec theme, they could be jaguars.
Oh, yeah.
giant prehistoric jaguars.
Yeah, there you go.
giant prehistoric jaguars.
Yeah. So I'm going to assume that they're like about right for the 6th level. So we could have 5 there. We could have
5 of
less.
them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great. Now, once I stat this out, so and to be clear, we are at about an hour and 15 minutes, I think, since we started. I
Yeah,
think,
yeah, about
technically.
that. Yep.
So I could run with this
Yeah.
myself.
Yeah. There's enough here to go.
What other things do we want to add to make it better? Oh,
Let's-
are you filling out the wandering
Yeah,
monster
I was just
table?
going to say, let's fill in
Yeah.
the wandering monster table, right? I was going to change these cave lions
Yeah.
to giant prehistoric jaguar. Yeah,
So anything else that's in the dungeon should be on the wandering monster table, and then we can roll for a couple other
yeah.
miscellaneous.
Anything else
things
obvious from
wandering
the dungeon that should be on the
Should the
wandering monster?
scrags be wandering? White apes. There should be a white
White
ape wandering around.
Wait, 8. Okay.
Should the scrags be out sometimes or no?
I feel like they want to stay in the water,
I
right?
agree.
Yeah.
I
I
agree.
don't want to see them wandering around.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think the hydra should be wandering around.
Dinosaur.
So we're saying we're pro dinosaurs. Is that what I'm hearing?
Put some piranha in there. Nobody's ever put piranha on their wandering monster chart. All right. So I think we need three new
Okay,
entries.
So
for
I'm
our wandering
rolling
monster
some, and
chart.
so if these don't fit, that's okay. Again, it can be surprising. So how do you feel about my table flips the 2 sides? How do you feel about a champion? How do you feel about like evil human fighters or good human fighters wandering around in here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why
Okay.
not? Why not? I don't know. There are a variety of reasons they could be here, and I also like the fact that they might be helpful or harmful. Or,
Yeah. Okay. So yeah.
This is the place where when we get into this kind of adventure design, where I actually even like to just leave that nebulous, because that's the dial I want to dial at the table and go.
Well put.
Maybe they're also looking for the druid, or maybe they're trying to find this treasure, or maybe they're, charm victims of something else. Yeah.
So I'm rolling some stuff here, and
Yeah.
I'm rejecting some stuff. The dice keep telling me like human NPCs. Like, so how do you feel about conjurer, which would be like a 6th level
I
wizard?
feel like we already have this entry.
Yeah, okay. So to be clear, I already just vetoed 2 other ones like that.
So I'm gonna just change line 4 to be NPC party,
Yeah.
because apparently you've got a whole bunch of champions and conjurers and.
Okay.
What?
So in this
Yeah.
this monster seminar I was at two
Yeah.
hours ago, they said here's a monster that's like cool and clever and everybody hates it and you should never ever use it. How do we feel about rust monsters?
Rust monsters.
Okay, Rust. I'm seeing strong pro Rust Monster vibe over in this side of the room.
Pro Rust Monster.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
Great.
It seems to fit because you don't have monsters that are using.
I agree.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, they might be starving, those Rust monsters, because I haven't seen much in the way of metal for them to eat in this adventure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They're in 6, and they're trying to get it to gold.
I'd like them, like, again, wandering,
Yeah.
that they have the scent of 6, but they haven't found it yet.
Great.
Yeah.
And we need one more entry.
Okay, so this is, I'm rolling the top level thing, so there might be something hideous coming at us right now. So the top level has suggested to us a blue dragon.
A blue dragon.
Yeah.
As a what? Yeah, that seems a little off. But...
So, okay, I'm just going to make an art. Now, fine. If I'm getting attacked about the blue dragon, that's fine. Consider if the blue dragon is from outside, and occasionally, because it can get in by the river, right?
It is
It
a
can get in by the
giant-
river and eat the piranha and eat the scrags and stuff like that, and then leave again.
If it's very young,
Juvenile.
We're going to
Okay.
vote. We're voting on the blue. Raise your hand if you want to see the blue dragon on the Wandering Monster table.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe it, it kind of hates the Hydra.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can I call it a juvenile blue dragon? Are we okay with that, or does it need? Dan's like, no, it's
The dice really want this to be like an ancient blue dragon.
just for.
We can veto that. That
I'm just
doesn't
gonna
have
put blue
to.
dragon, and depending on whether you're in my game or Dan's game, it might be different. If it even shows, which is like, you know,
Roll the age on the fly.
yeah, there you go.
it's just
There you
a
go.
flyby.
Yeah.
Dan, I feel pretty good about this.
I do. I also feel pretty good about
You know, I
this.
feel like we have a solidish adventure here.
Yeah.
I do want to talk a little bit about like what hook would you use, and should we use the same hook or not as we run this?
And I don't mind
on Saturday?
suggesting a couple. So,
Yeah,
so I mean, usually my standard traditional D&D is that you are, currently poor and you need to show an amount of wealth to regain your nobility or something like that. So you've heard that these ancient caverns have large caches of treasure in them, and you need to get at least 5,000 silver pieces out.
Okay. I mean that could be the hook to any adventure.
That's what I'm saying.
Nothing to do with this.
That's
Okay.
exactly what I'm
Okay.
saying.
All right.
Well, the tavern in town is claiming because their best ale, a barrel of their best ale.
Barrel, the best ale has gone missing.
I really like that. I actually really like that. What is going on?
Okay, I was looking for something like, hey, our good friend the druid is missing.
What kind of idea is that, Paul?
I don't know. I
yes,
don't know.
please put it on the list, of course.
Okay.
Yeah. Nice. Okay, so anything else? Anything you guys think that we are missing that definitely needs to be part of this to flesh it out more significantly?
So they're bleeding the bear because the bear's, since he's like a special druid shape changer, his blood is able to keep their family heirloom alive. The Hydra's like special to him. It's at the end of its life. So
Yeah, it's like real old on that.
yeah, it's at its maximum lifespan.
So-
So they need the bear's druid blood.
The druid's blood is keeping the Hydra alive. That is what is a weird, fascinating twist.
I'm just going to twist that. What if the food that the mummies need at the start needs to be blood infused? Needs to have the blood of some magical being.
Are you saying that there are bloody banana peels lying around?
Yeah. You didn't think I was going to say yes there.
I do. I like the idea of not the bloody banana
Yeah,
peels.
okay.
I like the idea of the that it's all about the Hydra. The whole thing is a stupid
Okay,
Hydra
fine.
that they're trying to keep it alive.
Yeah, okay.
We do need a reason of why the
Okay.
hell have they caught this druid,
True.
right? That's a need I think that we're trying
Okay.
to fulfill here.
Yeah. Great. Yep. That's a good point.
Is there a
that was
third one.
Yeah, my third hook is just
Which I'm not showing.
Our Fred the Druid
which
has
I'm
gone
not showing.
missing.
So if you look at, yeah. So Paul, I have not done a good job at all about showing our live audience what you're editing, because I've had to
bastard.
track because yes, I have not been
bastard.
tracking what page you're working on.
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
So, right. So we're just going to put some notes here in the background, that which we'll flesh out later. But basically, to say that the giants are bleeding the druid to keep their ailing or their ancient hydra alive.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Compelling.
Yeah. I'm immediately imagining a whole backstory here of like the druid went missing because he went seeking out this strange location and something about, right, maybe you could even give some hints about, like, yes, there's supposedly this ancient creature. He was looking for the ale. The druid just went looking for the ale.
And then I like that there's a side plot that like some werebear acolytes that he was in contact went looking for him and also got captured.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
How are the
I like the burgeoning Aztec theme. You've got druids, you've got acolytes, you've got, like, the druid was important to the town. There was, like, a strong, like, mystic agricultural kind of thing. Put that together.
Yeah, I like this King Kong theme. Is definitely completely sold me on this adventure at this point.
Yeah, it's great. All right, I think we can call it there, Dan.
We can use that.
Yeah.
We can run with that.
Great. Right. Awesome. Thanks everyone on the stream for tuning in. And I will mention, I guess in closing here, I'll mention this is the 7th one of these we have done.
Yes.
At the end, we always take these. I know they're in pretty rough notes by the time we're done, but we do come back and take passes at cleaning them up, formatting them, and publishing them as PDFs on our drive-through. Those PDFs are given to all our patrons for free.
Yes.
So either you can find those PDFs if you want them either on DriveThruRPG or just become a patron, patreon.com/wanderingdms, and get access to these PDFs as they're published for free.
Yes, and all the other stuff that we say at the end of the show. Leave a comment, and maybe you've got ideas for future Dungeon Design Dashes on our YouTube archive would be great.
Yep.
Would be lovely. We are on social media. We're on YouTube and Twitch and Facebook and GitHub and places and TikTok.
And Loops.
Thank you. And we have the handle Wandering DMs on all those sites. So look for us there and embolden that like button.
And if you prefer to listen to our show in audio-only formats, you can find us at wanderingdms.com, or all our podcasts are there. Also, you can find us on iTunes and Spotify and Pocket Cast and all those places. And if you're listening to the show right now on one of those sites and it gives the ability to do so, please rate and review our show. That helps other users of that site find us, and we appreciate it.
We really do. And of course, thanks to our patrons. If you want to join them, go to patreon.com/wanderingdms, and you'll see every tier gets you on our private Discord server where the conversation continues 24/7 about everything we freaking love about gaming, especially when we get to do it live here at a fantastic convention like freaking GaryCon. And so thank you for everybody in the room for participating. This was completely invaluable. I will say, like, if I was sitting home alone trying to write an adventure, I would never come up with any of this stuff, and a lot of it I would go, that's ridiculous. Why would I ever want to do any of that stuff, right? But here, with this energy, I'm like, yes, I need to do that. So thank you guys so much for putting the nail in that, and we can't wait to run it in 2 days' time on Saturday here, and then we'll probably come back on the channel and we will
we will surely have a debrief,
talk about how the two of us
how the games went. For sure.
Fantastic.
So definitely do tune into that. Thank you everyone in our live audience. Give yourselves a big round of applause.
Brilliant.
Thank you so much everyone. Great job. Yep.
Awesome. And don't forget, we are live practically every Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, so we hope everybody will join us again then for another thought-provoking discussion.
We'll see you then.